More WWE signings, plus a new AEW trademark, plus a new WWE SmackDown logo that has been leaked prior to its return to USA Network. We're going to talk about all of that and so much more right here on The Ango Show. Yes. All right, September 6th, and if you guys didn't know by now, I'm live every single day on the channel at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We talk about all the things happening on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Dynamite, and of course, pay-per-view predictions and so much more. So if you guys are not joining, tune in and enjoy a very cool live experience. We interact with the chat. It's a super fun time every single day, 12 p.m., same place, same time. You already know the drill. I want to kick things off with some AEW trademark news. AEW is finally doing one of the things that I've been saying for a while they should be doing, which is coming up with new characters. And it appears that Tony Khan has plans for a new character, according to two new trademarks. On September 5th of 2024, Tony Khan and AEW filed for the trademark The Clone, as well as El Clone. These trademarks are listed for entertainment purposes, entertainment services, namely live appearances by a professional wrestler, entertainment services, namely wrestling exhibits and performances by a professional wrestler and entertainer. So, The Clone, or in Spanish, it is El Clone. And look, they just brought in Hologram. We've seen Hologram a lot on Collision. We don't see Hologram much on Dynamite. We don't see Hologram in any big storylines or anything like that. But Tony Khan's got ideas for characters, and he's finally starting to do it. And I think it's a good thing. Obviously, I don't know who's going to be playing this position. I don't know who's going to be playing this character at all. But quite frankly, I think it's a smart idea by Tony Khan to come up with characters. I often talk about the value of owning intellectual properties. WWE has found a lot of success in that regard. Tony Khan, what often happens in his company is guys like Chris Jericho, for example, they go independently and get their own trademarks. They own their trademarks. AEW doesn't own them. And there's a lot of positives to that for sure. I mean, don't get it twisted. They definitely have some positives to that. But if you're Tony Khan and you own a whole bunch of characters and you want to sell merchandise and you want to make money off the IP, you can. So obviously, I find this news to be pretty damn exciting. I'm glad to see that AEW is taking that approach. I don't know who is going to be playing this character, and if I'm going to be real honest with you, I hope Tony Khan actually has big plans for some of these new characters that are coming in. The fact that you have it in English and Spanish tells me that this is somebody coming from Lucha Libre, which obviously Tony Khan has a lot of Lucha Libre in AEW, so I'm cool with it. Super excited to see if this is somebody we all know, maybe being rebranded, or if this is a potential new signing. Definitely something to pay attention to. Let's turn our attention to WWE SmackDown. On USA Network's website, this new SmackDown logo has been revealed. Now, what's really interesting, and if you guys follow me and you remember the content that I publish, you know that I talked about WWE rebranding and revisualizing Raw, SmackDown, and NXT when it comes to the new TV deals. This was long before the new TV deals were announced, before WWE SmackDown was announced for USA, before NXT was announced for CW, and before Raw was announced for Netflix. There was talks of WWE rebranding, and this was all around the time where the TKO deal was starting to take place. And everybody was wondering why it didn't happen. And I told everybody, I said, guys, wait until the new TV deals. They're going to make a big deal out of the brands being rebranded. Yeah, that's exactly what is happening here. SmackDown's new logo. I don't know what it is about WWE and their logos, but I think it's clean. I like the fact that it has a lot of the same feel as previous SmackDown logos. This kind of has like a little bit of a 3D effect on it. It's got the bend. I like it. I like the gradient. I like the colors of it. I think this is cool. WWE SmackDown takes place on USA Network starting next week. So I'm very curious to see how the entire show is rebranded or how it's revisualized. I don't expect too much change. WWE has already started utilizing these smaller Trons and the smaller stage design, which I think is the right call. I do want to see WWE get a little bit creative here. I want to see WWE try and do a little bit more. Obviously, they have done such a really good job with this new production crew, and they have changed the visuals of their TV programming a lot, but there is something slightly different that I want to see. And I know this may not be the popular opinion. I get it. I understand. But I would be really happy with WWE taking a little bit of an approach from the Attitude Era. At least, at the very least, if you're not going to change up your TV shows, it would be really cool for WWE to start designing themed stages for their pay-per-views, PLEs. That's what I want to see. Like, the new SmackDown logo is cool, and I'm sure we're going to see it all over the ring apron and the Trons and all that good stuff. WWE has added some visual elements to their shows with the lower third graphics and stuff, so I'm sure it's going to look cool, but I want to see WWE really just approach different PLEs. The PLEs have gotten to the point where they do a lot smaller of a Tron and stage, so that way they could fit in more fans, and that's a great problem to have. But I still think there's ways to make them unique, and I want WWE to take that approach. Maybe they will, maybe they won't, I don't know, but this is the new logo. All right, WWE, more WWE signings. I want to talk about this for a variety of reasons. I think it's really important that we have this conversation about what WWE is currently doing, because WWE is re-signing their talent. And, this is a different regime. And WWE is now in the process of signing more of their stars to new contracts. We saw that it happened with Asuka. We saw that it happened with Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. They're trying to get Kevin Owens. Dave Meltzer has reported that WWE has several stars whose contracts are up. WWE went to a number of people whose deals are coming up over the next several months to sign new contracts. Asuka was announced publicly, and there may be others, but WWE did not confirm them. We know Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo also re-signed to the company, but a lot of this is kind of being kept quiet for whatever reason. WWE has to retain their talent. I mean, that's just simply what it is. If you're not utilizing them, if you don't have any plans for them, if you don't think there's any potential future for them, I understand why you might not re-sign them, but you have a lot of names. You don't want them going to AEW. You don't want them going to TNA or New Japan. They didn't re-sign Bobby Lashley, and I think that's because WWE didn't have interest in re-signing Bobby Lashley. So yeah, this is one of those weird things, man. WWE, are they going to re-sign a lot of talent? Who knows? If they will, if they don't. But the plan is for them to sign more stars, and I think that is a good thing. That is the right approach. The reason why I'm talking about this, because WWE had people in charge of re-signing talent and negotiating contracts long before they were up, and then people's contracts started to expire and nobody knew about it. So WWE is done with that problem. They got rid of that person who was responsible, but now WWE is trying to be proactive. And that is how you improve a company. And that is exactly what WWE needed to do. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Ango Show. Thank you for watching.